Hey everyone, now we're going to proceed to blood. So this is one of the most important chapters of histology, no? In because may text tayo. Okay, so as we know in the previous chapters that blood is also a loose connective tissue. So composes your blood? So there would be again, 'di ba, mga cells or cellular elements or formed elements. So unsa man tong mga cells? So red blood cells, your white blood cells, and your platelets, no? They are formed elements. While aside sa cellular elements na to, no, that's your extracellular material, no? That's what you call the plasma. Okay, unsa ang function sa blood, no? They actually transport oxygen from the lungs and nutrients from the GI tracts. They carry carbon dioxide, they deliver substances like your hormones, proteins, and they also defend your body against microorganisms and toxic substances. Kasi um ang blood mo, they also contain your monocytes, no, your lymphocytes. Your blood comprises 8% of a person's body weight, and it is slightly alkaline with a normal pH of 7.4. So again, your plasma or your extracellular materials, no, once you put it in a centrifuge, no, so I hope you're already familiar with the centrifuge. So the centrifuge is like a machine, no. For example, if maghimo kog magputang kog baso, no, nga na ay balas, no. Pag i-stir nako ang balas, pag pour nako sa tubig, pag pour nako sa balas, di ba ang balas kay naga-float pa man na ang some of ang uban nga balas naga-float pa no, nakasuspend sila sa tubig. Pero as time passes, no, kay katong mga balas na to, mura nimo siya isipon as your formed elements or your mga cells, no. Because of gravity or some as time passes, no, mobaba ba ito sila, mo settle down sila sa tumoy sa baba sa baso, no. The same thing with blood, no. So ang centrifuge mura siyang machine nga ipaspin nimo og paspas para ang mga form elements mo settle, ang mga form elements kung bugat, no, mag-settle down sila sa baba. Then yung mga fluids lang usually ang nasa taas. So mao na nang mahitabo, no, pag centrifuge nimo, ang naa sa baba gyud ang imong mga red blood cells, no. Then naay ginatawag na buffy coat kaning 1%, no. So makita nimo bas daghan gyud ang red blood cells. They are 44%. Kani siya nga part buffy coat, no, grayish white ni siya tan-awon in real life, no. They are formed by your platelets and WBCs. And kaning nasa top layer, no, yellowish and translucent, no. This is what you call the plasma. Okay, so first is the plasma, no. They are transparent and yellowish in fluid. So example of plasma proteins, that will be your albumins, globulins, fibrinogen, lipoproteins, the complement system, enzymes, and your other hormones. So your plasma proteins, they are usually they're actually synthesized by your liver, except your gamma globulins, which are produced by your plasma cells. So albumin, no? Hold on. Wait lang, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. So albumin is the smallest. This is not smallest. Albumin is the large. Albumin is the largest plasma protein. So please correct this slide. So no. Hold on. Albumin sorry. Albumin sa size, no? Albumin, ang size niya is the smallest. Pero it comprises the largest percentage of your proteins. Okay. So, tama yan. Smallest size in plasma protein. So, the function of albumin, it maintains the colloid osmotic pressure of blood. So, kaning colloid osmotic pressure of blood, no, medyo lisod na ni siya na concept na subtone. Basta, ang pulo sa albumin, no, naa sila'y kakayahan na musuyop og mu-attract og tubig og water molecules, no. Colloid osmotic, no, naa sila kakaya na mag-attract og a certain number of molecules para ma-maintain ang balance no sa blood nga naa lang sila sa sulod sa vessel. Okay? So um ang bali ang proteins no like your albumin sila naga-make sure na kanila nga tubig ang naa sa sulod sa cell, kanila nga ang tubig ang naa sa gawas. So naanay siya contrasting no sa physiology na ni siya. Basta ma-appreciate lang ninyo nga ang albumin o mga proteins. Sila to naga-control sa osmotic pressure, no? They maintain the colored osmotic pressure of blood. Pila ka tubig ang magstay diri sa inside the cell, pila ka tubig ang magstay sa outside, no? So, amazing imong body kay naa siya system in place. Yung albumin mo din, minsan, no, sila ang nag-bind and nag-transport ng mga molecules. So, pwede na ang mga proteins uban nagasugat sila og ingani nga vitamins, nagasugat sila og ingani nga hormones para sila maghatod, ibulag na po nila lang self dito para magkuha na po og another molecules, no? So ingana ang trabaho sa mga proteins ug albumins. While your globulins, they have three kinds, your alpha, beta, and gamma. So, your fibrinogen pala. So, ito na yung largest plasma protein and is the precursor of your fibrin. Okay. Ginagird naman siguro ko. So, dito na ta sa formed elements. Okay, so, formed elements sa blood, no, very important as medtechs. Kaya mo mang ginatong ginatrabaho. Ihap na to pilay RBCs nga normal lang sa blood, no? Kay kung tanaw na to taas, no, meaning na something wrong sa pasyente. For example, pag taas kayong WBC ni patient, meaning na mga infection, no? Pagbaba kayo ang platelets ni patient, no? Meaning probably na ay dengue. So, very important ang results nga atong gina-release. So, we have what we call the Romanowski method. This is a prototypical staining technique used to distinguish formed elements of blood and cells in the bone marrow. So, mahibaw-an na ninyo sa hematology. So, for now, no, you need to know that WBCs are classified into two groups. You have your granular and agranular. So, very self-explanatory based siya sa presence or absence sa specific granules. So, sa tumanay granules, we have your neutrophil, eosinophil, and basophil. Ang mga walay granules or agranular without granules, that's your monocyte and lymphocyte. So, always remember si neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil na sila granules. Pag taanaw ni mo ilang itsura, nga sila granules. Pag without granules, no, walay mga granules, limpyo siya tanawon. So, si lymphocyte, dako ra yang tunga, no? Pero limpyo. Ang monocytes kay kidney shape. So, there are three types of lymphocytes. You have your T lymphocyte, your T cell, B lymphocyte, your B cell, and your natural killer cells. Okay, the normal value of your RBC would be to 4 to 6 millions per cubic millimeters. And your platelets, 150 to 400. 150,000 man per pagbasa na palag sa para di na taas 150 to 400 platelets niya mga 325 so WBCs 4.5 to 10.5 so WBC differential count, so neutrophils ang pag remember na ko ni sa una unsay pag pinakadaghan to pinakamababa National Library of Medicine. So National Library NLMEB. So neutrophils, pinakadaghan is 50 to 70%. Lymphocytes, 20 to 40%. Monocytes, 3 to 7%. Eosinophils, 2 to 5%. And basophils, 0 to 1%. So, kani siya very important po because these are diagnostic clues. So, for example, lymphocytes, pag kaning na si patient, pag ihap nimo 60 ang iyahang lymphocyte. So, meaning, di siya normal, na siya something wrong. No? So, pag eosinophils, normally, dapat sa 100 ka WBC 2 to 5% lang dito ang eosinophils. Pero kani si patient, 30 ang eosinophils or 50 ang eosinophils. So, meaning na something wrong. So, no, that will be a diagnostic clue na maybe the patient has parasitic infections or unsa pa ba din ha. So, the shape of the formed elements. So, say shape sa mga four elements or cells, no? RBCs, they are described as biconcave discs. Your platelets naman are biconvex discs, no? And WBCs are usually spherical. So, pag size, RBCs have a diameter of 0.5 UM, thickness of 2.6 UM, but 0.75 UM thick in the center. Kay biconcave man siya, mura siya cave, no? Usay biconcave, mura siya cave. Ang opposite ana biconvex. No, mauna siya tong sa platelets. So, platelets are only 2 to 3 UM diameter. So, gamay gid ang platelets compared to your RBCs na 7.5. So, pagbasa nimo sa slide, may ilan gid mo kinsa si platelet, kinsa si RBC, o kinsa si WBC. Okay, so WBCs, neutrophils and basophils are of the same size, while your lymphocytes are small, can be small 6 to 9 UM, and can be large 9 to 12. Your monocytes, 9 to 12 eosinophils, 9 UM. So, what are the lifespan of the form elements? Very, 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 very important. Dili pwede kalimtan kanim nga slide. Okay, so RBC, 120 days iyang lifespan. Platelets is 9 to 12 only. WBCs, neutrophils, 8 hours in the blood. Eosinophils, naga-circulate sila 1 to 2 days, naga-migrate 8 to 12 days. Basophils, they live only for a few days, and your monocytes are 1 to 2 days. Matay din sila. Lymphocytes are unknown because usually they na ay lymphocytes na memory cells, no? You will know more of that sa immunology na. Okay? So, red blood cells. So, if I'm not mistaken, no, 120 days RBC, so that is 4 months. No? So, pag mag-donate ka ng blood after 4 months. Kalimutan ko sa regulation mo. Ito kong na-remember. Anyway, your RBC, there are unstained RBC is pale yellow or greenish yellow pag unstained. Okay? Per stained RBCs, they are pink. The color of RBC is due to the hemoglobin, and mature RBCs are enucleated. So, habang nag-mature ang RBC, no, from its young form to its adult form, nawawala yung nucleus. So, they are enucleated and devoid of cytoplasmic organelles. So, reticulocytes, these are young RBCs which are slightly bigger than mature ones. So, reticulites, no, kasi mga young RBC sila yung mga baby. So, meaning, no, it's also a diagnostic clue. If taas ang imong reticulocytes, taas imong pag-count sa reticulocyte count, ikaw mangyapon mag-ihap na sa medtech. No, meaning there is something wrong in the patient na nagkakaroon ng blood loss. Kaya imong body, sige, release og mga new cells, mga new young cells, new young RBCs. So, importante na tama ang result nga imong gina-release nga taas gid ang reticulocytes, no? Or normal ang reticulocytes. Kaya kani siya tanan are diagnostic clues. So, hemoglobin is composed of globin, which is a protein molecule, and heme, which is iron-containing. So, your hemoglobin structure. So, again, your hemoglobin contains 4 hemes and 4 globins. So, your hemes are from iron plus protoporphyrin 9. So, iron must be in a ferrous state, no? Not in a ferric state, to be capable of binding to oxygen. And your protein portion or your hemoglobin are 4 globin chains comprising each hemoglobin molecules consists of 2 identical pairs of unlike polypeptide chains. So, we'll discuss first the red blood cells. So, normally, the normal amount of hemoglobin in males are 14 to 18 grams per 100 ml and females 12 to 16. So, always remember, lower ang females, no, sa hemoglobin. So, we call a cell hypochromic if lesser than the normal amount of hemoglobin, o hyperchromic more than normal amount of hemoglobin. So, always remember, hemoglobin is nagahatag og color sa imong cell. So, hatag og color, chrome. So, pag more than pagdaghan hemoglobin, so meaning bas naghatag siya og color, so hyperchromic. Pag less than normal amount hemoglobin, loose pad, no, wala kayo color, so mo na siya ginatawag na hypochromic. Tama ba ang etymology ani chromic? Morong gud ako pagka-remember. Wait. Chrome etymology. What's man ni? What is the full meaning of chrome? Anong metal lang nagawas? Ako lang ba ang nag-associate sa chrome sa color? Chrome meaning color. The word chrome comes from the element chromium, which is rooted in the Greek chroma or color. So, definitions of chrome, another word for chromium when it is used in dyes or pigments. So, tama, di ba? So, again, no, hyperchromic more than the normal amount of hemoglobin, so basta gan siya color. Hypochromic less than normal amount of hemoglobin. So, anisocytosis, there is normal variations in sizes. So, pag nag-variate, no, lahi ang size ni RBC. Ang uban, lingin kaayo. Ang uban, oval. Ang uban, mura siya kanang... Time sa, guys. Ay, hello, good evening po, Doc. Doc, yes. Yes, so, Doc, katong pag-trans out lang ni patient na trans out na siya, Doc. Stable naman po, Doc. Yes, stable. Thank you, Doc. Ay, okay na, Doc. Ay, salamat po, Doc. God bless po. Thank you po. Okay, balik ta. Anisocytosis, no? Anisocytosis na ay variation sa size. So, possibly, no, ang uban kay gani size gani, no. So, ang uban kay gamay, ang uban kay dako nga mga RBC. So, probably, no, naagi mo to same sa kung ingon ka ganina. Sige form og new elements og sige form og new cells ang imo ang lawas tungod kay naga-compromise siya sa blood loss. So, possible na lahi-lahi ang size ni RBC kay dili baya sa whole lifespan sa isa ka RBC kay same siya size, no? So, from dako siya to gamay. Poikilocytosis. Pag maingon kag poikilocytosis, normal variations in shape. So, shape, no? So, ang uban, maybe pag naay hereditary disease ang patient, for example, spherocytosis, no? Murag spheres ang tan-awon ang RBC, no? So, ang tawag ana is poikilocytosis, no, na ay variation in shape. So, naapoy normal range ana. Okay, Rulu formation, no. It's the adherence of RBC or stacking of coins. So, pagka nang murag nagaihap ka sa imong alkansya og coins, imong patong-patong ang coins, no. So, naay mga certain cases nga ang RBCs, no, nagadikit-dikit sila na mura sang naga-stack of coins. So, mo tong ginatawag na Rulu formation. Okay. So next is the ABO group system. We have your A antigen and your B antigen. So ABO system is a person's plasma contains naturally occurring antibodies against the antigens that are not present in the person's system. So, wait lang, guys. Okay. So no, kung unsay naa sa imuhang kung wala kay A antigen, no, so meaning naa kay antibodies to it. Tama, tama ba, no? So, ABO system. A person's plasma contains natural occurring antibodies sa mga antigens na wala ka. So, example, wala kay A antigen. So, na kay antibodies sa imong, di ba kay ang imong body, no? Pag nakaing ato, nga naman siya maghimo og antibodies against ato nga for in the first place naman kay nga ato. So unsa na something wrong, di ba, ang uban sakit na kay imong body they attack their own cells. So naturally dapat kung unsang antigen, no, ang naa ka, dapat wala kay antibodies kontra ato. So pag example wala kay A antigen, no, so imong body kay dili man nila ma-recognize to as imuha, no, pwede sila magka-form og antibodies against it. So mao lang na siya ang pulos nga no ta naga-study og ABO system. Kay for example pag mag-donate ka blood, nganong conscious ka ayo unsa type imong blood, kay dili ka pwede basta-basta mag-donate og blood ani na patient kay dili di ay mo mag-match, no. So kung lahi ang imuhang blood type, no, na kay antibodies against ato na blood. So i-reject ra gyapon, i-reject pagdawaton nimo ta blood, atakihon to sila ng mga cells or antigen nga nakakabit sa mga RBC. Nakakabit man na sila sa RBC. So, atakihan gyapon nila to, mag-lyse gyapon blood, no? So, yung pasyente ana magka-fever kay na immunological reaction im body kay naga-fight lagi ka og ginatuon ni mga foreign kay wala man kaing ato. So magka-fever ka, iihi nimo ang mag-ihi na kag dugo kay naga-lyse na. So dapat naga-match, no, para dili atakihon sa imong body. Okay? So aside sa ABO na system, napoy RH blood group, no? Kani dili kini toxic kay panagsa na mas daghan mata dili sa Pilipinas RH positive. So pag RH negative, the RH antigen is absent. So RH is not characterized by naturally occurring antibodies. Okay, next is your platelets. So your platelets, they are membrane-bound cell fragments that are often seen in clumps in blood smears. They are produced by fragmentation of the cytoplasm of giant cells known as megakaryocytes. Wait. Okay, platelets, they are membrane-bound cell fragments that are often seen in clumps in blood smears. So they are produced by fragmentation of the cytoplasm ng mga giant cells known as megakaryocytes. So wala po sila nucleus but they have organelles. So pag electron microscopy nila kay gamay man kay na sila, they have granules and tubular invaginations. They had a cytoskeleton, which serves as a framework to anchor the platelet membrane and allow signal transduction. So they are very important in hemostasis. So your neutrophils, they're actually secretory vesicles, no? It has a cytoplasmic azurophil granules kasi nga they have granules, no? aka primary granules. They contain 2 to 6 lobes. So pag daghan lobules ang WBC, no, makaingon na kag WBC na. In females, 6 out of 500 neutrophils contains nuclear appendages known as drumstick or bar body. So mo na siya sa mga Olympians, if I'm not mistaken, no, natoy case na unsang pagdetermine kung girl bagid ka or boy, no, kay ang uban ubang females ata kay ay ubang males naga-join og female contest ana. Tapos naga-pretend sila to actually determine, no, scientifically unsa, they check for the bar body. So the nucleus usually are elongated and horseshoe shape or S shape. So eosinophils, they are slightly larger than neutrophils, has large specific granules in their cytoplasm. They are coarse refractile, uniformly sized, and intensely eosinophilic granules fills the cells. And they contain 2 to 3 lobes, but they have limited phagocytic ability. Dili sila nagkakaon ng bacteria, but they defend the body against parasites and increase in case of heavy parasitic infections and allergy. That's why pag taas ang imuhang pag nakay parasitic infection, taas po no, nag-hypereosinophilia ka, taas ang eosinophil. So, ilia blood, eosinophilia, taas, hypereosinophilia. Next is your basophils, no? Basophils are as large as neutrophils and they have specific granules. Specific granules are coarser and blue or dark purple. So they are water soluble. They contain heparin, histamine, and leukotrienes. And the nucleus is usually U-shaped or G-shaped or bilobe, similar to mast cells. So functions when activated, they release histamine and other mediators of inflammation. So they are involved usually basophils, no, ang buzzword ni mo ani is mga anaphylactic shock, no, mga hypersensitivity reactions, mga allergies, no, mo na ang kuan ni basophil iyang diagnostic clue. Thus, don't forget the nucleus is usually U-shaped, G-shaped, or bilobe. Monocytes, they are bean-shaped or U-shaped that is usually eccentrically located and has abundant basophilic cytoplasm. What's the function nila? They serve as precursor cells for macrophages. It originates in the bone marrow, they stay in the blood for a while, then migrate to connective tissue where they differentiate into macrophages. So, katong connective tissue nato na topic, diba? Ngano sila na ay different names in the first place kay ang monocytes, no, they migrate to a specific connective tissue and they find their identity there. That's why and their purpose there. So that's why lahi na iyang name dito. Okay, next is your lymphocytes. They act as the principal agents of the body's immune response. So 98% of lymphocytes are not in the blood, no? And they are classified according to size. Small, 97%, and large. So, pastaghan ang small. So, the small lymphocyte has high nucleus to cytoplasm ratio. So, different, distinct, no, ang difference sa size sa iyang nucleus ug cytoplasm. Dili siya halos magkapantay. The nucleus is kidney-shaped and contain coarse, clumpy chromatin granules and has no specific granules. And also, they contain abundant cytoplasm that is intensely basophilic. Next is your lymphocytes. So lymphocytes, large lymphocytes as well-developed organelles. They are often mistaken for monocytes in routine light microscope. And chromatin is less condensed than the monocytes. So we classify lymphocytes into 3 general types: your B cell, your T cell, and your NK cells. So lymphocytes, in term of antigen receptor, your T cells, very self-explanatory, they carry a T cell antigen receptor. Your B cell, they carry a B cell antigen receptor, while your NK cells, they carry natural cytotoxicity receptor. So in terms of percentage, mas daghan si T cells, they comprise 80%, B cells are 15%, and NK cells are 5%. So, in terms of function, mora ni ang for now, no, kung gusto ninyo very familiar daan, no, i-remember ninyo, T cells are for cell-mediated immunity, B cells are for humoral. Kung sa mga meaning tinanggal, leave it up to your immunology lecture. Okay? Sa immunology semester, no, so isa na ka-STEM ninyo studyhan. So both T cells and B cells are mounting for decisive immune response. So in terms of function, The NK cells no are cytotoxic. These cells destroy tumor cells directly and cells infected by viruses, and they do not produce antibodies. That's why they are very effective in containing viral infections, and they also serve as your antigen presenting cells. So that concludes chapter 7. Thank you so much for listening.